It really is awesome that just a few zones before I spotted this huge building with a dome for a roof, and now here I am. The Soul series has flawless level design in that way. It is truly impeccable. Being able to look off of a cliff and see some building or structure, and 4 hours later of gameplay, you'll find yourself at its steps. Just like coming out of the forest in Dark Souls and being able to see a giant Hydra in the distance, being able to visually see your objective in the distance. It's something I love about the series that only supports the Soul series' complete immersion. But anyways, everything in Byrganwerth'S seemed to derive from the Great Ones, including a note shedding a light on the thickening plot, that upon a blood-red moon, the Great Ones will descend, only increasing my excitement, just pushing this series toward hints of the Old One's remnants. Not only that, but the mention of the Mensis ritual, and how it must be stopped, lest we all become beasts, which only caused my mind to wander. What is this Mensis ritual? Is it lycanthropy? Will we become that which was Amygdala? There's even an enemy resembling an arcane version of the Gaping Dragon. Once you reach its top steps and have this Lunarium key, out on the Lunarium, as I call it, there lies a man seated who just laughs and laughs and laughs, completely mindless, resembling the insane man we saw in the cutscene, Master Willem. He must be the one who led Byrganwerth to its damnation. I literally stared at him, pondering what he actually meant. We have yet to see. The moon towering over the lake with its reflection made me think back to reading The Witcher, and how we should not look at the reflection of the stars on the water's surface and mistake them for ourselves. It really sends a message that you go under and inside of the lake into a void type area, as if the moon's reflection itself hid something tremendously evil, that Willem did nothing but gaze into the moon, pondering and obsessing, perpetually. The boss, Ron the vacuous spider, is creepy to say the least. His beady black eyes reminded me of Cthulhu, and I found myself literally staring into them, losing track of time, giving me a feeling that which can only be described as the definition of vacuous, vacant, mindless. He's docile until you attack him, which leads me to questions, as if he was a protector of something. And how little did I know. It was one hell of a fight, I'll admit it, but with the right amount of patience, it was all worthwhile. A girl in a white dress stands over the lake just under the moon and points. Just her presence was luminous and captivating, only sparking questions. Who is she? What is she? Or who was she? Considering the Soul series is all about falling to the lurking evil that never dies in this universe, one can only wonder what happened to this figure of ominous and foreboding light. The blood moon has risen. After the game loads up again, you're in the same room that the tonsil stone led you to, where Amygdala was. And he's right there, solid as can be, just like I was previously wondering. He's been waiting, watching this whole time, staring at you. The door you can never pass through is now open. It's the passage to the unseen village, and just a few steps through the archway reveals Amygdalas are everywhere in this city, lingering on the buildings at colossal sizes. I would even go as far as to classify them as titans. These tremendous beings. Although similar, they are all different, implying they are all different beings of the same species, deriving from the same source, spawned from the same demon, only making me think of the Old One, and how Nita was created, leading only to the Great Four. Is this what will become of us? Full-fledged, monstrous beasts? Or are these the spiders they all secretly worship and fear because they're always there, watching, judging their fates? Chills went down my spine. Even having them in my camera's view was overwhelming. The From Software team did a great job on the monster's design. Good God, by all the things that are the good blood. This is truly something of a nightmare. And still, within those first few steps, were statues resembling centipede-type creatures fashioned of corpses, only resembling the great Grave Lord Nito in all his splendor, a remnant of the Old One. And also the tonsil stone crab head type stat. But I was perplexed, to say the least. I spent the entire night obsessing, pondering, and wondering what this could all mean. But I knew my questions would not be answered until I progressed further into the heart of madness. They say in Yarnum to fear the unseen. By the good blood, they were right. The veil of mystery is slowly unveiling itself. I was still wondering about Rom and how the definition of vacuous is mindless, vacant. as if Rom controlled the mortals, and why they were so distant and lost, and knew nothing of any spiders, only the hunt. How they only knew to stay in the homes away from the hunt. But as the blood moon was about to show us, not even their homes were safe from the forsaken blood. But the thing was, when Rom is defeated, the blood moon has risen, as if he was put into existence underneath the lake to keep this from happening while controlling Master Willem. If the blood moon is part of the Mensis ritual, and that's what people like Willem want, why would they worship Rom, protecting it from reaching that phase? Where did Rom come from? So many questions still remain, and so many more arise. Truly, what is Amygdala? Who does Amygdala serve? Why do they need a child? What is at the heart of these secrets and mysteries? And as Bruce said, there's some shit going on here. And still, what is this pale blood? The fact that after the blood moon rises, some of Yharnam's occupants completely turn, including the first NPC that gives you a flamethrower. When you go back, he's already a werewolf and the window is broken. Which on a side note is brilliant visual direction. Take notes, you budding game developers. Implying this blood moon that transpires happens every once so often, and it's like it's their judgment day they fear, that they never know when it will come, but they know it will come. As if whatever controls Willem, Rom, Amygdala, thrives on dominating mortals, not killing them, only further leading us straight back to the Demon Souls and the Old One. Could this game be telling the continuation of the Old One? What is truly going on here? Who is at the top of this chain of beastly command? More and more this leads me to the Old One and its temptation of power, only delivering seething evil for whatever lands it graces. Only time will reveal the heart of Yharnam's darkest secret.